Hey guys, this is Epic Gamer X, and as you can see, I'm doing some not too fancy, kind of beginnerish editing, but to that aside, the only thing you missed is me catching the Pidgey. I caught a Rattata, but I put it in the PC, like I said in the extra, or in the first episode, I'm going to catch all the Pokemon, because that is one of the only ways you proceed in the game to make the game more easier. So let me just continue on what I was gonna what's gonna go on. This bird obviously it's for Viridian Forest, and I have no information besides what's gonna happen and what I'm gonna suggest. And then once we get the Pewter Forest, I will tell you. Not Pewter Forest. Once we get the Pewter City, I'll be telling you every Pokemon we see ahead of time. Now, yeah, I'm going to talk to these people because there are some spots where there are actual people who give you stuff for doing this and that. Alright, so this is Viridian, I cannot say that wrong, Viridian Forest, and we're going to be catching one Pokemon here, I believe. Alright, first Pokemon up for a job, a Weedle. A Weedle is a bug type Pokemon. If you have a Pidgey, weak to flying, it beat a Weedle or weak to flying. It evolves into a Kakunai. No, that's the green one. It turns into a yellow kind of Kakunai, and then that turns into a Beedrill, I believe. Now Weedle is super annoying because he has Poison Sting, which will poison your Pokemon. I'll get to him later. And now we have Caterpie. Caterpie turns into not a butterfly. Like he turns into a Pokemon. He goes through the same stage as Weedle, except with different Pokemon. I believe this time it's a Pokemon. It's a flying bug type Pokemon. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, suggestions for it. Unless you're really confident, unless you really want to train hard, or just want the sake of catching it. And I forgot to catch these guys. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did not forget to catch these guys. So, I don't know what to tell you guys, about Caterpie and Weedle. Weedle would be a good suggestion. Will be more suggestive than a Caterpie. Because the Weedle is actually pretty helpful, more helpful than a Caterpie when he goes through his last evolution stage. Let me think. Alright, so, if you're wondering where I'm going, I'm actually walking around for a good reason, because I'm searching, and I'm only catching it to put in the PC, because I need a certain amount of Pokemon to get this and that in Leaf Green. So, yeah. Alright, anyway. Sorry, something was in my ear. And then that's some information that I do not like to go over, because I just go through a lot of time and stuff, so I don't find the point reasonable. Before we get to the Viridian Forest, this would probably be more helpful earlier. Get plenty of antidotes, and in the extra, I actually caught Pidgey. The old guy will tell you how to catch Pokemon. I caught Pidgey and Rattata before that. I went to the PC, and I went to the store, obviously, and I bought some Pokeballs and antidotes, which I would actually use later. That's pretty much it for the extra, but now let's get to part 2. And as you can see, it's going a lot more faster than me, so I'm trying to catch up with the thing. See, I got some antidotes, potions, and that's the little thing that they took off of Pokemon. I don't even know why, because I thought that was actually pretty cool. And though that amount sounds pretty good. And see, I was leveling up. And the extra, I might do a lot of leveling up off screen, more than just showing you. And here's the Pokemon I really, really want, a Pikachu. Pikachu is a big recommendation, especially when you have a Charmander. And I think that's why they have Pikachu so early in the game, because you don't really get Thunder type Pokemon early in the game. Because they think a lot of people might get Charmander and they need somebody to protect against him, so they get Pikachu. That's my theory. Obviously, Pikachu likes to break my Pokeballs. Now, Pikachu, he is very helpful because, well, he's not. Alright, so the suggestion rate for certain types of Pokemon would be Charmander all the way, 100% suggestion. Pikachu for a Squirtle, very, very low, because Thunder types are weak against Grass types. And then for Bulbasaur, yeah, I guess you could catch him. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Now, let's get into capturing, like, team. Oh, I didn't give a name for this. A team rate thing for different things. So I'm gonna go with, if you have a Bulbasaur, I guess maybe no, I'm not guessing. Bulbasaur for Caterpie. Sorry, I was thinking in my head at the same time. Bulbasaur for Caterpie, will be, not really. I mean, Bulbasaur, you can keep the main team you should have by now with any type of Pokemon is a Pidgey and a Pikachu. Because Pikachu will be helpful, not against a rival all the time, but it will be helpful. So keep that in mind. I believe Pidgey learns best once he levels up after this level. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, there's not really much to talk about now that I caught up. Let's just talk as we go on, because, yeah. Alright, so we're facing a Weedle, and I beat the Weedle. Not that hard to understand. So let's continue on our adventure as soon as we heal. Or give ourselves a rid of antidote. Antidote. And as you see, that's my last antidote. I believe I get poisoned on later. Alright, so we're continuing. Viridian Forest is one of the Pokemon. Excuse me, I've read it again. Viridian Forest is the first place where you get attacked by a trainer. If you have a Pidgey, you'll breeze right through this, and along with a Charmander. You might have some trouble if you had a Bulbasaur and you don't have a Pidgey. You also have, they won't learn any grass type moves. If you have a Squirtle, so don't worry. I really recommend Pidgey. Even though it's a little late for that, but I'm still recommending him. So as we go on, we're still going in there, fighting the power. You might hear some rustling in the background, but I'm trying to find my phone because it's on. Because I was just checking the time, and you guys don't need to know what the time is. It's actually 6:01, but it doesn't. And this is where you get attacked. I will be facing every single trainer I can. But now I know how to do editing powers. I might edit out Pokemon battles. Yeah. I might start that after. That's a good part to start that on. Maybe after part 6, because I have a huge clunk that I want to do. I just want to get it out the way, do some of this, then edit. I didn't know this would be so hard, but I found a few shortcuts. Because I want you guys to just get really. I don't want you guys to get too. I don't know what to say, because if I'm gonna edit out these battles, at least Pokemon you did see or haven't seen, I'm gonna have to rewatch the thing. I don't feel like doing that, but if I really want to be committed, then I kind of have to. See, I'm getting into a battle right here. I will tell you what the trainers have for a Pokemon in advance before you actually face them, hopefully, if I'm not too far behind of the whole video. So, yeah. Alright, so, yeah. So I'll try to do that, once we get the palette down and further beyond. So I'm telling you, this is very hard for me. Now I'm not giving the best out information. So actually, yeah, I might do that. Part 6 is when you're gonna start seeing some cut off battles. First you see the Pokemon first, then yeah. Alright, so now you got the Kaku. Now that's the evolved form of Weedle, and then it turns into a Beedrill. And just to say, Bug type Pokemon evolve really fast than any other type Pokemon because I don't know why, but they're pretty good. And then this was very helpful. I'm just glad they had it. They just put an antidote just right there. Yeah. And I remember I got lost around here. I might yeah, you know, it does waste a lot of time to show all these different battles, because it was like, unless I really, obviously I'm going weak on them because I need to catch it, because I am not about to involve the cause I don't know if you have to catch it or get in the Pokedex, but the first time I realized I have to catch it or get into the Pokedex, if it goes into the Pokedex, then I'm gonna keep capturing all the Pokemon I did not capture before. But if the category is how many Pokemon you caught before, how many different type of Pokemon you caught before, I'm just gonna keep. Then still capturing all the Pokemon. So really, there's no way out of it. I really do recommend if you catch all the Pokemon you can, unless you really want to do involved forms and take a risk on which is which. So, because if you think about it, just think about it. Later in the game, you get really good items for just capturing these amount of Pokemon, and I think shoes. You get shoes for capturing a Pokemon. Do you? Capturing a certain amount of Pokemon. I think it was 10 Pokemon, and then you get these shoes. I'm not so sure, but let me just continue on what I'm gonna have to say. So yeah, you really have to. Yeah, if I am talking, then I won't edit it out. But if I'm not talking, I will edit it out. But if I'm not talking, and if I am talking, I'll just keep going. But anyway, train your Pokemon very good after you beat Brock, because, actually, I'm gonna tell you guys that later. Well, actually, train before you get to Brock, because this route right here, Viridian Forest, goes straight to Pewter Gym, straight to Pewter, and that's when I got lost here. I'm going the wrong. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid because I'm going the wrong way. How long is this video? Let me check this out. This doesn't say too much. I'm trying to get out of here before the end of the video. As you see, I don't have running shoes. They give you running shoes so late. And then I realized you had to go that way and down. If this goes over 15 minutes, then I'm just going to edit it. And I won't talk about too much of that. I'm trying to be more informational, sorry. I have a very bad pronunciation problem. Well, if you ask me, I do, because I can't, because one of my teachers, I'm not going to say it because I say it funny. One of my teachers' names, I cannot pronounce it correctly, but that's not even my fault. His name was hard to pronounce in the first place.